Tiger Woods has obviously had a very colorful dating history, from cheating scandals to lawsuits from pretty much every single one of his exes. Let's dive into all of Tiger Woods' wives and girlfriends through the years. So we're starting with his first wife, Ellen Nordgarden. She was obviously the center of his famous cheating scandal. We know what happened there, so I'm just going to touch on her more as a person rather than their relationship. She is a former Swedish model and nanny, and she actually came to the US as Jesper Parnevik's au pair. She met Jesper's wife at a clothing store, and after talking for a while, Jesper's wife loved Ellen and offered her a job to watch their kids. They introduced her and Tiger in 2001 at Tiger's request at the Open Championship, and while Tiger was interested immediately, she actually had a boyfriend, and he was completely okay with that. She had plans to become a child psychologist, but just a couple years later, her and Tiger were spotted at the President's Cup together. And just a year later from that, they were married at the Sandy Lane Resort, which Tiger completely rented out. In 2006, nude photos of her were released in an Irish magazine, and she actually sued the magazine and won. She obviously had her very public divorce, and from this, she received $100 million. She bought a 1920s home with this money, and unfortunately it had to be demolished to better be suited for the extreme hurricanes. And before demolishing it, she actually let Habitat for Humanity come in and salvage anything they thought they could sell. They were in there for 4 weeks and they auctioned off everything they found. They found amazing fridges, fountains, everything they found, they auctioned and they made so much money off of it. After their divorce, she also became a child psychologist. She went back to school and studied, and she's now a mental health counselor with her own practice. And in a recent interview, she said that money makes things easier, but it does not make you happy. The other half of the famous cheating scandal was Rachel Uchitel. She's a journalist, a media personality, and a crisis management consultant. This scandal is not the first time that she made headlines, though. In 2001, on 9/11, she actually was super famous for a photo of her looking for her fiance, who at the time worked in the World Trade Center. The photo of her was actually on the front page of the New York Post, and unfortunately, she did lose her fiance in the attacks. She was also featured in the fourth season of Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew. She was addicted to prescription pills and also suffering from a love addiction. When she was 13, she was sent to a troubled teens program where she said she was made to dig a grave with a spoon and lay in it. She later sued the program for abuse she suffered at their hands, but lost the suit. And in 2021, she finally admitted to the affair in the HBO special Tiger. Today, she lives a much more low-key life and is married to a former football player who's 10 years younger than her. So a theme that you'll see with these relationships is they really hop one from another. Same year of the breakup, he's dating somebody else. So around 2013, Tiger and Lindsey Vonn were spotted together. Lindsey is an American alpine skier. She's thought to be one of the best to ever compete in all 5 disciples of the sport. In total, she has 82 World Cup titles, which makes her the third most decorated female alpine skier. She's won gold and bronze medals in the Olympics and actually came out of her retirement in 2024, which means she could give the 2026 Olympics a go. In 2025, she became the oldest woman to make the podium at the World Championships. She married Thomas Vaughn in 2007, and he is also an alpine skier. They divorced in 2013. And that same year in March, her and Tiger were seen together. They first met at a charity event in 2012 and officially started dating in 2013. They had a mutual split in 2015, and of course, there are rumors of some infidelity from Tiger's side. None of those were confirmed or denied. And then the same year that he split from Lindsey Vonn, he began dating personal stylist Kristen Smith. She's a personal stylist based out of Dallas and was previously married to Dallas Cowboy Gerald Sensabaugh. Her and Tiger dated until 2017, and their relationship seemed to be pretty private, but she actually learned about the DUI arrest in 2017 while out shopping at Neiman Marcus, and people said that she had an absolute breakdown in the middle of a store. She was screaming, "I knew it, I knew it." And in front of all the customers, she was just absolutely sobbing and losing her mind. They then watched her go on a $5,000 spending spree. And apparently they weren't together at this point, but this reaction would say otherwise. In 2016, she was also stopped at the Palm Beach airport with $200,000 in cash. And they obviously pulled her in the back and investigated this cash. And it was found that Tiger gave her this cash for some odd reason. After their breakup, she's had a pretty normal private life, and there was a court battle about their NDA, but all of Tiger's relationships seem to involve an NDA lawsuit and cheating, so big whoop. In 2017, he started a very private relationship with Erica Harmon. It seems that he's learned his lesson from past relationships. She was actually the GM of his flagship restaurant, so a little odd, and this did inevitably lead to a lawsuit after their split. She has a bachelor's degree in legal studies, but spent most of her career in the restaurant industry. She was a bartender and a VIP manager, and were spotted out and about together, including at the 2022 US Open to support Tiger's friend Serena Williams. She got along really well, apparently, with Tiger's ex-wife Ellen and his kids, and she helped him recover from his 2021 car accident. After their split, she filed a lawsuit asking for her NDA to be lifted, claiming Tiger forced a relationship and then made her sign the document. Along with sexual harassment, the suit claimed she was promised a place to live for 5 more years and money, but it was eventually dropped. She also accused him of tricking her to go on vacation to get her out of the house in order to break up with her. None of these claims went anywhere, but I do still think the whole situation with Tiger dating his employee is really weird. And his most recent girlfriend is maybe the most controversial. As of 2024, Tiger has been in a relationship with Vanessa Trump, Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife, an American model. She has quite a colorful dating history, including a Latin King gang member who dumped her when People magazine claimed Vanessa was dating Leonardo DiCaprio. Leo's team denied these claims, and from 1998 to 2001, she dated a Saudi prince, and they only stopped dating because he left the US because he was tied to bin Laden and the terror attacks on 9/11. In 2005, she married Donald Trump Jr., and they have 5 kids together, including Kai Trump, who just played on the LPGA Tour on a sponsor's exemption. She's been involved in a lot of different ventures, including acting, and she also had her own handbag line, and she was actually in the movie Something's Gotta Give. Vanessa's remained super popular in the fashion and social scene in Palm Beach, Florida, and obviously now she's seen on Tiger's arm walking around the area. Tiger's dating history is pretty interesting, and pretty much since the early 2000s, he's been jumping from relationship to relationship, each one having its own kind of public drama. From lawsuits to serial cheating, his relationship history is pretty colorful. We heard that in the HBO documentary that his dad used to hang out with women that weren't his mom while he was practicing on the range, so he obviously did not have a great role model for relationships, so you can't really ask much of him, but at the same time, you're in the public every day, so it does make things a little bit tough. So this is Tiger Woods' complete dating history, and thanks for watching this episode of Wags.